Hello everyone, welcome to Podium Pundit. So this is going to be the review of the Belgian Grand Prix qualifying 2024. So let's start off. The qualifying was a good one. It was not really interesting because although there was rain, there were not many cars which had a skid or that went off track there were not many red flags in the session. But let's speak about whatever happened in the qualifying session. So let's start off with Q1. Oscar Piastri set the fastest lap in Q1 and the people who were eliminated were Nico Hülkenberg, Kevin Magnussen, Yuki, Logan, and Joe. So, it was actually pretty expected. Although I thought Yuki was going to make it into Q2, he was actually pretty far away, and maybe because the Visa Cash App RB team has one of the most fuck all strategies right now in the grid. Maybe even much worse than Ferrari were. I mean, that's a lot to say for exaggeration, but their strategy team is actually pretty bad right now. You can see the strategies they've been giving Daniel Ricciardo since probably the past 3 races, and it has not been really good. So if they improve on the strategy, I thought UK might make it into Q2, but yeah, both the Haas are out, and Logan was, of course, who expected Logan to make it into Q2? And Joe had a minor incident that was probably the only thing that led to an investigation in the session, but that's how the Q1 was. Oscar Piastri set the fastest lap, which actually made me believe this was going to be a pretty interesting qualifying session in the Q3 towards the end of the qualifying session. But yeah, so let's move on to Q2. And in Q2, Alex, Pierre, Daniel, Valtteri, and Lance were out. So Alex Albon was like 3,000 seconds away from Perez. Perez was in P10 at the end of Q2, and Perez was a very lucky man this week. To be honest, he has had a great qualifying session. He ended up in P3 and he's going to start in P2 because Max has a 10 place grid penalty. Max will be starting at P11 and Perez will be starting P2 tomorrow. So this is his last chance to save his Red Bull seat, and I guess Red Bull team have already made up their decision. I don't think this race is probably going to impact their decisions, but let's see what happens in tomorrow's race. And yeah, Alex he just missed out by Q3, and if Alex had somehow gained 3,000ths of a second, he would have made it into Q3 and Perez would have been out in Q2 once again. Daniel Ricciardo, he's my favorite driver because of his charm and charisma. That guy also had a pretty great session. He actually performed very well in Q1, and his Q3 performance I thought could have been better. Q2 performance, my bad. His Q2 performance could have been better. He could have probably made it into Q3 if he had a better strategy team. Like I've been saying, RB's strategy team have been really bad, and PA was really frustrated that he missed out on Q3, and that guy actually had pretty good pace because Ocon made it into Q3 and he's starting at P10. And Valtteri, he actually performed very well. Although the Sauber team has not been that good, he has been putting up good performance in recent times. And Lance Stroll, that's all I have to say. Nothing else. Just like Logan Sargent, just Lance Stroll. That's it. Coming to Q3, it was not such interesting. Max had the fastest lap time in Q2, and going to Q3, it was pretty clear Max is going to set the fastest lap time again. Although in Q3, the track was dry in some places, most of the team went with inters and completed the qualifying in inters. Charles Leclerc is in P2 and he'll be starting at P1 tomorrow because of Max's grid penalty. And Sergio is going to be starting in P2. Hamilton, Norris, Oscar, Russell, Sainz, Alonso, and Ocon. Although I expected Sainz to perform even better, like probably start in P4 or P5. So did I with Oscar. But yeah, it was a very average qualifying session. The last 2 races have been like one of the best races I've seen. I started watching Formula 1 in 2021 and the last 2 races, the British Grand Prix and the Hungarian Grand Prix, were pretty interesting. And I can't wait for tomorrow's race. Hopefully it's going to be interesting. And there is some chances of rain tomorrow in the race. Let's see if the rain makes the race more interesting, and let's see where Perez ends up, because He's one of the top hot discussion topics in this week. Everyone have been speaking about Perez's seat. And the news which just came out, Ocon has seat in Haas next year with Ollie Behrman, which is, I mean, that's a great combo. I mean, I would not say it's a great combo. It's a very interesting combo. Let's see what Haas does with him. There have been a lot of news this week. I'll be covering that in a different video, but that's it for qualifying session. There's not much to speak about what happened in qualifying in this race. Let's hope it's going to be an interesting race, and I'll be making a video after the race, and I'll be making about every weekly updates. That's what's going on in Formula 1. Thank you for watching. Leave behind your comments on what you thought about qualifying. Tell me something if I missed, and please like, share and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Bye.